Hot. Bagnaia angry at Ducati, Marquez is celebrating. Is a civil war at Ducati beginning? Hello. You're probably used to seeing drama on the track, but this time, the drama is happening inside Ducati's garage. The 2024 Thai GP wasn't just about who won, it was about a world champion's frustration reaching its boiling point. Francesco Bagnaia, the reigning champion, was visibly upset after finishing third again. Not just once, but repeatedly. And the most interesting part. After the race, Bagnaia was seen having a heated argument with two of Ducati's top figures, Davide Tardosi and Gigi Dall'Igna. What really happened? Tardosi tried to calm Bagnaia down, saying, "We started the season on the podium. You are not happy, but it's okay like this." But Bagnaia immediately snapped back in a raised voice. "I'm never satisfied with third place, that's the problem." It's clear that the pressure on his shoulders is getting heavier. As the defending champion, Bagnaia cannot accept being just a podium regular without a victory. Then, Gigi Dall'Igna reminded Bagnaia about last season, where he made too many mistakes and lost crucial points. Remember last year? That's the important thing. But Bagnaia wasn't having it. He cut off his boss's words assertively. "It's very important to finish races, but I want to know what's happening now." Wow. This isn't just normal frustration. This could be a sign of growing tension between Bagnaia and Ducati. Is Ducati starting to lose faith in Bagnaia? Or is Bagnaia beginning to feel like the team isn't giving him full support? Meanwhile, Marc Marquez is celebrating. While Bagnaia is frustrated, over in another garage, the atmosphere is completely different. Marc Marquez and his team were cheering and celebrating. Yes, Marquez, who just joined Ducati this year, actually looks more confident and comfortable than Bagnaia, who has been with the team for years. This could be the beginning of a major shift at Ducati. Is the team starting to favor Marquez over Bagnaia? Let's not forget, Ducati has a history of quickly shifting their focus from one rider to another. Now the question is, can Bagnaia still defend his world champion status? Or is this the beginning of the Marc Marquez era at Ducati? Even former MotoGP rider Sylvain Guintoli believes that beating Marquez will be almost impossible for Pecco. Pecco knows it's going to be a much harder job this year. The pressure is there. As a rider, this is a terrible situation. You don't want Marquez as your teammate. It's going to be tough. So, is this really a threat to Pecco, or is it an opportunity for him to prove himself? Marquez is dangerous, and last season proved it. With an inferior bike in an independent team, he was still able to challenge Pecco. Remember their intense battle in Jerez. Marc did it with a year-old bike in an independent team, Sylvain Guintoli. Now imagine if Marquez has the same bike as Pecco. The latest Ducati Desmosedici GP, the best engineers, and access to the same data. If he could fight Pecco with a weaker bike, what happens when they're on equal footing? This isn't just an ordinary rivalry. This is a showdown between a dominant world champion and a living legend hungry for victory. Guintoli also suggested that Valentino Rossi might not be able to help Pecco in his fight against Marquez. I don't know how much Vale can actually help Pecco. Pecco knows what he needs to do, he knows his potential. If I were him, I'd be worried. This is interesting because Rossi is Pecco's main mentor. But let's be realistic, Marquez's riding style is unlike anyone Pecco has ever faced before. Marquez isn't just fast. He's aggressive, willing to take risks, and extremely adaptive. He can exploit his opponent's weaknesses and change his strategy in an instant. This is something Pecco has never truly encountered. So, can Rossi provide a solution? Or does Pecco have to figure it out on his own? One thing that people often overlook is how mental pressure can affect a rider. Pecco isn't just fighting Marquez on the track, but also inside his own mind. Imagine being in the Ducati garage, seeing your teammate, an 8-time world champion, constantly aggressive, always ready to beat you on the same bike. That's not small pressure. If Pecco starts to doubt himself, Marquez will take over. If Pecco isn't mentally strong enough, Ducati might begin to question his status as their #1 rider. There are two possible scenarios this season. Pecco fights back and proves himself as the true champion. If he can defeat Marquez on equal terms, this will be the biggest validation of his career. Or, Marquez takes over Ducati. If Pecco fails to handle the pressure, Ducati might start thinking about making Marc their main focus. We all know Ducati only cares about winning. They don't care who their top rider is, as long as they get the best results. So, who will survive? Pecco, fighting to keep his throne? Or Marquez, ready to take it all? One thing's for sure, this season will be one of the most dramatic in MotoGP history. What do you think? Is Ducati starting to favor Marquez? Is Bagnaia's position at risk? Or can Pecco prove that he's the only rider worthy of being Ducati's king? Leave your opinions in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest MotoGP updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.